Hey, everybody, welcome to the Ronline Report. You know this guy all the way from Texas. He is former men's physique star, now classic physique star, IFBB Pro League Pro, Logan Franklin. How are you, Logan?
What's up, man?
First of all, what's your opinion on the big news last week? The Olympia contest got sold.
It's interesting news. I'm not really sure what that's going to do in terms of, what's going to happen different, from starting this year on forward. But we'll see.
I believe the first change will be we're going to go back to this. Just going to be open men's and women's bodybuilding, nothing else. A man can dream, can he? Anyway,
that'd be crazy. I'd be out of a job probably.
Yeah, me and like a few other 50-year-olds probably the only people would be cheering about that. But old timers. So let's talk about you, guy. You've been posting up pictures. Looks like you're like a week out from a show, and then seriously, the condition is the condition is ridiculous. And then you said, "This is 18 weeks out. This is my starting point." And you said something about getting in shape to get in shape. You have to explain this for the rest of
getting in shape before you have to be in shape.
Huh.
Yeah.
Why? I don't get it. Why would you do that?
Honestly, I didn't purposely do this. I try to eat, I eat as much as I can, and then I just start leaning out, not being on any gear, for a long time on my off season too. So, I wasn't really gaining a ton of weight, I ate a lot of food, I guess, but I don't know. Maybe I just need to get better at eating a lot of junk food or maybe not,
Have you ever tried? Have you tried eating that way?
On like the off season or rebounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody does go through a little phase where, they eat a whole bunch of junk food, but I just get burnt out on it. And then I start eating back like how my diet type food would be. And I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Because, you and your coach have a game plan, obviously, but typically when you're trying to grow, you can stay in decent shape, but a lot of people would be very, very worried if they were that lean, thinking, oh no, there's no way I'm going to be able to put any muscle mass on with my body fat this low. Have you been able, it looks like you're bigger. Do you feel like you've been putting on mass?
Oh, 100%. My body composition has changed. I've also never really known what my stable body weight was, or I haven't known for a few years because I haven't had such a significant time, to have in between shows. And it's been, how long has it been since August? Like 7 months, 8 months or something like that. 7 months.
Yeah.
So it's been a while. My body's recharged, recovered, healthy, and it's ready to go. I'm not one of the guys that's trying to come in here and put on 10, 15, 20 pounds a year, and ruin my shape. There's some guys that probably can do that. There's guys out there that probably can do that, but my training style, my body, I don't think that that's what I want to do. I want to try to, take the not necessarily the slow route, but just let my body do its thing. I'm only in my 20s, I'm taking my time. I'm not rushing anything. I don't want to get to the point where I can't do this because I messed up my insides because I'm pushing mad amounts of gear. I'm not ever going to get to that point. I don't want to ever get there, and another thing is getting burnt out on eating. Like, I don't want to get burnt out on wanting to eat, as long as I can stay, in the mindset where I'm motivated to continue dieting, and I'm motivated to keep progressing, and keep training hard, then I know my body's going to make changes. I'm only getting better, and every year that goes by, the muscle maturity is going to come. Yeah. Even if I gain 3 to 4 pounds a year, of stage weight, let's say stage weight, right. Let's say, I was 208 pounds at Tampa. And like we spoke about before, I feel I could have been a little fuller. So I probably could have been around 211 pounds-ish, give or take a pound or two. So let's just say 210. Let's keep it even, 210. My height cutoff my weight cutoff for my height is 230 pounds at weigh-ins. So,
Wow.
I mean, I figure, 20 pounds, I'm in no rush to gain that. I don't care to just throw on 20 pounds. I'm really trying to perfect myself, if that makes sense. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no perfect, but I mean, I'm trying to figure out how to target every single individual muscle and just make sure I have zero body parts missing, and then go from there, and I know that I still have body parts that need to come up, like little muscles like in my back areas, my hamstrings could come up, and I don't want to put on the weight too fast because I feel like if I did that, then I didn't do it the right way, or put it in the right areas. So I'm really just trying to, take it one step at a time,
Yeah. Nobody's putting on 20 pounds of stage weight in a year without blowing out their gut. Nobody.
Yeah.
In classic, you can't afford to have any kind of distension at all. You have to have tiny, flat, sucked in little waist in classic, or else hit the road, Jack. And we're not
And
gonna look at it.
and I feel like I bring a smaller waist to this classic division too. I mean, coming from men's physique, in a division where your waist has to be, the tightest waist in the world. I mean, it's competing with those guys where their midsections are just unbelievable. I mean, look at Andre Ferguson. Look at Ryan Terry. Look at guys like that. Their midsections are just, awesome.
I was just Andre was just out in Nashville a couple weeks ago, and he's still got some weight to lose. But man, the waist, it looks like it's Photoshop, but obviously it's not. I'm staring right at it. It's these men's physique guys. The waist is so small.
Yeah.
Do you think I'm looking at these pictures, and I know stage lighting is different than gym lighting, but to me it looks like you're at least as lean now, maybe leaner than you were in Tampa. What do you think?
Oh, on Tampa? Oh, hell no. I'm not that. No. No, I'm not that lean, man. I would say, yeah, a lot of it's lighting. A lot of it would be lighting. I have food in me, I guess. I don't know. Or just
I mean,
excitement.
you have striated glutes right now. I mean, how much leaner than
Not
that were you?
not like William Bomack's glutes. How you can see his glutes through his shorts right now. No, they're not like that. No, when I mean I say striated, just trying to like talk shit. I mean the sides of my legs are completely separated, as you can see from my photos, but my glutes aren't like completely separated. I mean, you could see lines. You could see lines in my glutes, but so I guess it's striated. I guess I don't know, but
the hints of striations. They're not like deep, clear, crisp striations like you would have on stage contest day.
Yeah, exactly. My body's not hard. Like I said, I'm off gear. I'm just all diet right now. I'm just waiting. I'm waiting to pull the trigger. 18 weeks away, and I'm just recovering from. I just had surgery on my septum.
Yeah, that was my next question. You posted up the pictures with the black guys and big bandage, and people were thinking Logan probably had a nose job. He's trying to look cute. What's going on? What actually happened?
Oh man, I mean, I like to believe that it was something that happened about a decade ago when I was in Afghanistan. That's what I'm trying to that's what I think, because that's the only time I can ever remember hitting my face like square. I rifle butted myself. If you're a veteran, you probably understand. You've probably seen it happen before. Like I was in the gun, like in the turret, like you're on a turret mount, and you have a belt that's like buckled to a gunner's harness. So it's keeping you in the truck. And same thing as like a seatbelt in a car, like how it'll lock up if the car slams on its brakes or stuff like that, or if you hit a bump. Well, same thing in a truck. The buckle locks up. Well, I almost got thrown out of the truck, and my seatbelt locked, and it yanked me back down into the truck, if that makes sense. It's kind of hard to explain if someone's never really like been in that kind of situation.
Well, I'm trying to picture. This is a Humvee you're talking about?
Yeah.
And this is like the 50 cal mount on top?
No, not a 50 cal. Just standing in the gun. I mean, a 240 Bravo.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a 240 Bravo on the top of the truck, and I had an M4 slung. Like just had an M4 on my chest slung. Yeah. And what happened was I hit the back end of my M4 whenever I came down, because my barrel hit the platform that I was standing on, and then my face hit my barrel because I came back down into the truck. And I think that's what initially started the process of my nose having a deviation. I don't know.
Well, did it break? Did it break when that happened? Your nose?
No, I didn't think it broke, but my whole face was busted. My lip was split in half. I had a black eye. So
you might have broken it then.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I've never been punched in the nose, so I'm lucky enough to say, it's never been broken by somebody's fist.
Yeah.
But
it might have. It might have been your. Is an M4 the grenade launcher? What's an M4?
It's just a rifle. It's just what. Sorry, it's just what the soldier walks around. It's like your primary rifle, M4, like an M16, but it's the military's newer standard issue combat rifle.
Okay. Does it looks just like an M16?
Nah, shorter, collapsible barrel. Collapsible buttstock. Excuse me. Yeah. Sorry, I'm on drugs right now. I have painkillers in my system.
Good stuff. Okay. So you had a deviated septum. Were you not able to breathe out of one side?
Yeah, I couldn't. My nose was 75% closed off. I couldn't even breathe out of the right side of my nasal. Yep. So in prior interviews, you can even go back and listen to my voice. It probably sounds like somebody's pinching my nose. Yeah. And I couldn't ever get any airflow through there. But now everything's in and out, nice and smooth. Like I said, just had surgery. Actually went in today and just had the splints removed. So that was about an hour ago. So I'm breathing out of my nose for the first time. Well, trying to. It's still coming back.
The splints are those long tampon-looking things that they pull out?
Oh my gosh, I don't know what the hell it was, man. It was it was uncomfortable. That's what it was. Yeah. That's all I know. I think it was like plastic or something.
Okay.
I don't know. Something to keep the septum completely open so it doesn't collapse and get another deviation, I guess.
Okay. So it's healing up pretty well. You feel good?
Yeah, I'm ready. This week has been kind of rough in terms of not being able to really eat. Right. The first like 2 or 3 days, I only got a few meals in me for the first few days. I couldn't really open my mouth because if I opened my mouth, my nose would feel horrible, and I don't know. Yeah. I lost like 6 pounds on since surgery day, but as of this week, I'm starting to get back in the gym. I just went to the gym yesterday. I hit chest. Okay. And had an awesome workout today. Once we get off this Skype call, I'm gonna go and hit back. So I mean I'm ready to go. I'm motivated. I'm excited. I've got fucking prep fever. I've never had prep fever this bad before, and I've never had it this soon either. A lot of guys can probably relate. Whenever you start prep, you're not near as motivated as you are whenever you get like midway through prep, and then you're like, oh yeah. Well, I have that midway through prep hypeness, motivation right now. I'm ready to go. I'm ready, and I'm just excited, man. I'm excited to see what my body does this year. I'm excited to see the changes that I've made this off season, or progression season, I should say. Yeah. Even though I did keep things tight, I know I made improvements. I know that I did what I needed to do. I ate good food. So I never wasted a day. I didn't waste a day. So I know that there's going to be a better look this year. And like I said, I'm getting older. Every year that goes by, I mean, you can look at my career so far. Right. I mean, every year I feel I've progressed pretty dramatically. So now, I mean, I've got a son coming too. So that's another. It's crazy. I mean, I'm not trying to be cliche, like, oh, your child's gonna change you, but it's really.
That's true. It's very true.
Yeah, it's true, man. I mean, because now it's like, bodybuilding is what my son is gonna know who I am. He's gonna know me by this, and I want to do the best I can. I don't want to let him down. I don't want to let myself down. And it's just making me want to, it's making me more hungry, making me want to make sure that I do everything perfect, make sure that I don't fuck up my diet, make sure that I hit, do every single posing session. That's another thing that I've never really tried to work on was actually having posing practice, consistently 30 minutes a day, every day, or however long you need to post practice for. I mean, I tried to do it for Tampa, and I really didn't, do that much practicing for it. I had a coach that was supposed to help me and kind of bailed on me.
Right.
Not going to say any names, but I mean, this time around, I'm just ready to do everything. I'm ready to check all the boxes. I'm ready to bring it, man. And another thing, like I saw that there's another guy that's doing the Dallas Europa. His name's Courage. I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Opara.
Opara. Yeah, Courage Opara. Great physique.
Mm.
Seems like a genuine guy. Great poser. So that's just another thing. Like, I know this guy is doing it, a top 10 guy in the world. It's an opportunity for me to really go in there and show what I've got and really make a statement, and have an opportunity to battle out with this guy and see what happens, So I mean, it's little things like that just makes me really locked in, and man, I'm locked in right now. I'm locked in. Yeah.
Have you ever started a prep this lean before?
No, never. Yeah, just like I posted that picture you commented on with the sides of my legs. Like,
Yeah.
there's like 6 lines going down the sides of my legs, and that's in the morning flat. Like I said, I haven't really been able to eat very much the last few days, so that probably helped in some body fat, but at the same time I lost a lot of fullness. So it's time to, like I said, it's time to get the ball moving again, and it's time to get into that crazy space.
All right, cool. Well, let me hit you with a couple Q&As that they're not actually from fans. I made them all up, but let's just say they're from fans. Full disclosure,
Okay.
everybody, full disclosure. I see a lot of meal prep companies. I know many competitors use them. It sounds very tempting to just order all my meals instead of having to cook them myself. What would you say the pros and cons of using a meal prep company might be? And do you use one?
Do I use a meal? Let's start with that. No, I don't use a meal prep company. I've had many meal prep companies reach out to me, and my girlfriend uses a meal prep company called MegaFit Meals. Really great company, actually. Great tasting food. It's just not my thing. Pros and cons. Pro would be, yeah, it's convenient. It's very convenient. Someone prepping your meal, sending it to you. You save money. You just have to heat it up, I guess. Cons could be freshness. How fresh is the food? It's been cooked for a while, so I'm the type of guy that I like my food cooked right before I eat it. For the most part. I mean, the longest that I ever have, food cooked is like a day for chicken. I'll cook like chicken for the day, and then I'll eat it for that day, and maybe it'll last until the next day, but then I'll eat it up. Like, I don't really like food sitting, because it dries out, the taste gets bland, and it just doesn't make me want to diet, and that goes back to what I said earlier, being in the mind space of wanting to diet, wanting to eat the same foods year round, and that's what I'm doing, man. I'm trying to change the game by doing that, and I don't know if I'm probably getting off on a tangent.
Okay.
I'm just trying to do it the right way.
Yeah. So you don't cook like big batches of chicken and freeze a bunch of it?
No.
No.
And I'm not saying that's the wrong way. I'm just
Right.
saying that that's not how I do it. I mean, you can do that, and I'm sure the quality is not, it doesn't drop out as much as I might think. I've just been doing it this way for a long time, and it's kind of hard for me to switch over from cooking all my food and going strictly to someone sending me food. It's
Right.
I don't know. It's weird.
Now, were
I'm weird.
they gonna give it to you for free? Just or are they offering you like a discount? Or if they're gonna give it to you for free, I'd have been all over
I've
that
had
shit.
companies, yes, offer me, to work with me for free, send me foods, and I can't say free. I mean, nothing's really free. You gotta promote it, you gotta
Well, yeah.
post it, but
Sure.
and that's another thing. I'm just social media has been really annoying lately. I've been just trying to stay off of social media as much as possible,
You getting
And
trolled? What's
I've
going
really
on?
I've just been burnt out on social media. Just been burnt out. You know, the constant just promoting and posting and sometimes I mean this life is awesome. Being able to do this every day fully, it's amazing. But it can get a little tiring sometimes. Just trying to constantly create ways to uh, uh, build content and I'm sure there's viewers right now going, oh, all you have to do is build content. That's your job. But that shit gets rough after a while. I'm telling you, after you've been doing it for years and you just get burnt out. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But
It's a job. It becomes a job.
yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, here's a good one. I'm actually curious about this. What kind of music gets you fired up when you train? Do you have any favorite bands, even certain songs that you would like to hear for a certain super heavy or intense set?
Um, Lately I haven't really been listening to music on like with headphones. Because I've been training with somebody. It's really me just pushing my training partner. Like trying to get him motivated through the set and keep him going and communicating with him. Because doing that kind of helps motivate me, kind of helps hype me up at the same time whenever I'm hyping somebody else up.
Yeah.
So I'm really, I'm in the zone with we're in sync, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And but like on the way to the gym or something like that, yeah. I mean, I listen to rap, I listen to rock, whatever. Honestly, whatever is new and sounds good.
Okay.
um, I listen to a lot of Red. You ever heard of the band Red?
No, is that rock?
It's
Rap?
like
I don't
a
even know what that
rock
is.
band. Yeah, it's a good rock band. You could check out. Rap. Probably listen to Joyner Lucas. You ever heard of Joyner Lucas? He's a new he's a new artist. I don't know if you listen to rap or do you listen to rap? No, probably.
No rap after like the year 2005, probably. Like
Yeah, because
my
it kind of
son's
all
20.
went south, right?
Well, I shouldn't
Yeah,
say that, but it's just not my thing. My son's 20. He listens to all the
yeah,
rap that's out there now,
yeah,
and I don't know who any of these people are. I'll say, "Who's this?" And he'll tell me. I said, I've never heard of them.
yeah.
Never
Well, a
heard of
lot of
them."
it sounds the same. A lot of it sounds the same, but guys like Joyner Lucas, he's changing the game right now. So Joyner Lucas kind of reminds me of like Eminem back in the day whenever,
Oh,
he
he
was
was
like
good.
super popular, huh? Yeah,
When he
it
was
sounds
good. Okay.
yeah,
Back in
yeah,
the
back
first
when he
couple
was
albums.
good.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I was waiting for you to say Slipknot. No Slipknot? Oh well.
I mean, hey, I have some Slipknot songs in my iTunes. Like I
Okay.
said, I have such a vast variety of songs in my playlist that, different times, different vibes, different moods, listen to different things and I just try to keep it filtering. I try to keep it uh like every prep for cardio, I'll listen to songs. I'll try to find like my prep song, or
Yeah.
I'll always have a prep song. But
Oh,
this time I'm trying to make my prep song my posing routine song
mhm.
because, uh, like I said, I mean I'm wanting to hit every box, and I'm really motivated to change and hit my weaknesses and I think that I could pose a lot better. I know that I can pose a lot better, so I'm trying to get into that uh I want to know every part of my posing song, So I've just been listening to that lately. I don't know if that's what, a lot of the other guys out there that have been doing this for a lot longer than me do. I mean, I don't know. I'm just
I think
like,
everyone's got their own different way of
yeah,
doing it. I know some
yeah.
guys don't even put their posing routine. They don't pick their song and they put their routine together until like 2 weeks out, which I think is outrageous. But I guess
Well, those are the guys that aren't doing, that aren't doing awesome performances. And that's the thing. Like I want to hit that stage and I want to look so confident. I want to look like I'm supposed to be there. I want to, whenever I'm hitting my routine, like this guy, I've mentioned him in a video before, Terrence Ruffin.
oh yeah, yeah, he's
Insane
great.
poser, man. I literally give this guy so much credibility, man. This guy is awesome at posing. I want to pose like that. I want to pose like guys like Courage poses good too.
Yeah,
Chris Bumstead had a pretty good routine this year. Guys in the classic division are starting to step the game up of posing. So it's like, uh, want to give people chills whenever they see my routine. Like I want to feel the energy of the fans that are there. You know, I want it to actually feel like I'm doing something, not just going through some, you know, oh, I'm dieting and I'm bodybuilding, but I want it to actually feel like I'm entertaining people. You know, I want to actually
an
feel
a real performance is what you're saying.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I want to put on a performance. I want to you know, I want to leave a great legacy of you know,
Well,
that guy. That's
I'd
Logan
say
Franklin, you know.
in any contest, I'd say there's only maybe two at the most, three routines that anybody remembers from the whole show.
Yeah.
And, you know,
See,
you
that's the
want to be
thing.
one of
Like,
those.
I want my shit to be remembered. I want to be remembered, you know? So, that's just, you know, it's motivating me to want to, you know, work harder at it. And I'm not, man, I'm telling you, I'm not going to stop. I mean, I'm going to keep going and I don't care how long it takes, but I'm going to get good at this shit. And, I mean, people are going to have to, I mean, I'm not trying to sound arrogant right now. I'm just speaking into existence, you know. They're going to have to deal with me for a long time.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
so
I say this all the time. It's not arrogant to be confident in a sport
yeah.
where there's only one winner.
Yeah, but the thing is, like with this industry, you know, with fitness or bodybuilding, it's so hard to, you know, speak confidently without someone on the outside going, "Oh, he's egotistical. He thinks so much about himself." Well, you know, really, it's mindset. You know, you gotta believe that way. You gotta say that you're gonna do this. You know, and that's just, you know, how I've grown up. You know, I've always said I have to do something in order for it to come to life. You know, you gotta, for example, you know, you're going to war. I mean, in the military, going outside the wire, it's like, okay, well, I'm gonna step back in this fucking wire at the end of the day, or tomorrow, whenever we come back and we're completing our foot patrol or a mission or whatever we're going out on. It's same concept. You don't truly know if you're gonna come back, but you're gonna put it into existence. You're gonna speak it into reality. You're gonna say it's gonna happen, and then you know, hopefully it fucking happens, man. I mean, but yeah, man.
Hey, what was your prep song for Tampa?
Tampa. Shit, what was my prep song for Tampa? Oh wait. I want to say Crossfire by shit, I don't even remember the artist. I'll send it to you later, but
I probably wouldn't know who it was anyway. So
yeah.
I'd be like, who? What?
Yeah. The
Final
song was called
question.
Crossfire or Crossfade or something.
Crossfire.
No, it's definitely Crossfire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Final question, Logan Franklin. Here we go. You talked about your goal of trying to get your calves to measure the same as your arms. I'm sure I'm not the only one who could use another inch or two on my calves. So can you share anything you found that is making your calves grow? Any techniques, any exercises, anything?
One I would say is ankle mobility. Is a big part of it. You know, you want that ankle to be able to, you know, completely have dorsiflexion and I don't know the opposite dorsiflexion whenever you're at the peak contraction, but you want to be able to
flexion, maybe. I think it's plantar flexion and dorsiflexion.
Plantar. Yeah, I don't want to say it and then some science guru come in here and fucking
I just said it. They can call me a moron because I just said it. So.
Yeah, man. But yeah, ankle mobility I would say is one of the big factors, you know, really being able to hit, you know, the peak contraction, stretch the muscle all the way, you know, focusing on actually squeezing your calf and not just pressing it, you know, like actually think about it. You gotta like any other muscle, you know, you gotta be one with it. You gotta really connect to it and make sure you're controlling the weight. You know, don't let there be a lot of bounce. I mean, I see a lot of guys training calves and they'll sit there and they'll come up and then they'll bounce to the top and then they'll go down and they'll come up and they'll bounce to the top and then they have no control. Like they're not even. And whenever I see that, I'm like, dang, how much of that is actually in their joints compared to their muscle? So it's like just control the weight the entire way through the movement and making sure you're squeezing at the peak contraction, and squeezing all the way through the negative, if that makes sense. It's kind of hard to explain it without showing you.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Arnold Classic coming up. Who you got to win Classic Physique?
Man,
I mean,
Man, I don't know.
Steve
I don't
Lawrence
know.
is probably the front runner, but we got Steve
I want to
Lawrence.
say, I want to say my top two, in
Yeah.
no particular order, is Steve and Terrence. My top two.
Okay. What about
And
Alex
then
Cambronero?
rounding out top three, I would say Alex.
Okay.
I would say Alex, and I like Alex's physique. I just think it's not as classic as say Steve
Right.
or Terrence. You know,
Yeah.
so and another thing, like Terrence brings that posing. You know, he brings that gracefulness whenever he's on that stage. So I mean, I feel like that's going to start playing a factor in these competitions. I mean, it should. It's part of the show. Like, why not judge people's routines? You know.
Well, I mean, the Arnold Classic shows are supposed to they're supposed to be the only shows in the IFBB Pro League that do judge the routines, and I'm not
So
sure if
posing rounds
that's.
are judged. Okay.
I know in the open bodybuilding it is. I'm assuming that it's judging classic. It sure should be if it's
Yeah,
judging the open.
I think it should. I really do think it should. And I'm not the greatest poser. I admit it. You know, I'm trying to get better, like I said, but I still believe that, you know, it's part of the show. It should be looked at as such. You know, so
I think especially in classic more so is about presentation,
presentation.
and it's more of an art form than open. You can be 280 pounds, just stomp around, hit crabs for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Put your
And
hand to your ear.
not to knock on the open guys. I just don't. But you don't see open guys posing the way guys that are starting to do this in the classic division. Not saying myself, but guys like that I've mentioned. You know, so. I mean, I don't see those types of routines in that open division, and that's something that this sport's lacking. And
You'll see a good one from Cedric. Cedric will do a good routine.
Okay, yeah. Cedric got
He's
some good posing.
he's a rarity. He's a rarity.
Yeah.
He poses like a classic guy, basically.
And maybe there are some open guys that that every now and then they do have a pose routine that's decent, but nothing that I remember. Like,
right.
I can't remember it, so
if you can't remember it, it wasn't that good.
Exactly. Yeah. I hate to say it.
When I saw Terrence win in Toronto a couple years ago, I was like, oh my God, this kid poses his ass off.
Yeah.
Everybody was
works
just like,
at it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he works his ass off for it. He works hard at posing, and he even says it, So, I mean, even though I'm going to be competing against the guy one day, I'm still drawing slight inspiration from people that have work ethic like that. Because I know that I have a very strong work ethic, and I know that if I just translate that, into one more aspect of my game, like I can work myself to get up to there, and it's inspiring because. Like I want to, and I can actually see myself posing like that. It's just a matter of me, practicing and practice, and it's gonna happen.
Right on. So where can people find you at the Arnold Classic weekend?
Let's see. I'm not flying up there with any company, so if I am gonna go, I'm not 100% sure if I'll be there. Just because I've got, my girlfriend's pregnant, and we're coming up pretty quick. I mean, Reese will
April,
be due
right?
April 24th. So another 8.5, 9 weeks.
Okay.
And, so just trying to be here for her, because I know that I'm going to be prepping and, my show will be like another 9 weeks after he gets here. And so I'm just trying to,
that's going to be interesting.
Just trying my hardest to, be here for her and make sure that she's got everything she needs and go from there,
Right on. Well, hope you make it out there, but if not, I understand. You really should be there for your girl. That's probably the very last, stage of the pregnancy is probably the most uncomfortable physically for them.
Yeah.
It's been a while, but
yeah.
Cool. Well, Logan, thanks for letting us catch up with you, see what's going on. Yeah,
awesome.
Spectacular condition for 18 weeks out.
Thank you.
If it was anybody else, I'd be worried. This kid's he's gonna burn out. He's too lean right now. But I think
I like reading those comments. People don't realize how peeled I really do get. You got to see me in person. You got to see me at these shows. You got to see me backstage. A lot of these shows, man, they gotta work on these stage lightings. They gotta work on some of these backdrops. It's like, come on, we put all this work into this, and we step on stage to have shitty stage lighting sometimes. Like, I feel like the production value of some of these shows could be a lot higher. And like, come on, we're putting all this work to give for the sport. Why doesn't the sport, kind of help us give more? Make it more enjoyable to watch and make it more enjoyable to present ourselves. And I don't know. That's just a little rant. I'm sorry.
No, the lighting I totally agree with, because sometimes I see these stage pictures. And like if I look at the picture of you from, I'm not going to name the show, but I'll say, man, he looked like he was off. And then I know I was there. I was sitting right there. You weren't off. It's just the lighting didn't really translate. So that's a lot of the reason when like guys like Bob Chick will get slammed. Bob Chick will say you had to be there, and he gets slammed for it because it sounds like he's making excuses for judging or something. But it's true.
You got to be there. You've got to be there.
You look completely different, in person from 12, 15 feet away than the pictures you see online. They don't do a lot of guys justice at all.
Yeah, and maybe that's something that the IFBB will change. Maybe that's something that the Mr. Olympia, the new owners, could change at the Mr. Olympia. Because some people like to say that the lighting at the Mr. Olympia isn't even that great. I think the lighting at the Arnold Classic is excellent. I think that lighting shows your conditioning a lot. It shows your shape. Or why don't we have high quality cameras that are filming, that are putting this out there for fans that aren't able to make it to the show to watch. Make our sport more viewable to everybody around the world. Not just the people that are able to make it there. And there's just little things that I could see that could help make this sport even more, what's the word I'm looking for, recognizable to the general population. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm just going on a rant. Maybe I've got painkillers in my system because I've got is that surgery.
What do they got you on? I'm just curious. Is it Oxy, Perks? What is
codeine?
It? Okay, just regular codeine.
Tylenol codeine.
Tylenol codeine's okay.
Not much. But I don't ever take painkillers, so it's like whatever.
It's probably for the best.
Yeah.
They are highly addictive, so you're better off.
Yeah, cool. And it's hard to eat with that shit too. So. But
it's hard to eat, and a lot of people will tell you it's hard to poop.
Yeah, that
will back you up.
Yeah. I'm not trying to have that situation, man. We remember that situation I had for the Arnold last year and Tampa. I had that backed up issue, so that's another thing. I'm not trying to.
Comfortable feeling. Ooh.
Man, heck no.
Flex Lewis went through a lot of trouble with that in the past.
Mm-hmm.
I remember. It would always be right at contest time.
Yeah,
because you're all dried up like a prune,
Yeah, mine would start whenever I'd be right around the 6 weeks out range.
Yep.
But I don't know. I don't know if that's because I get so freaking peeled by that point.
Probably.
I'm telling you, man, I'm getting peeled. So, and that I will speak. I will speak very confidently because I know what I bring. I know what I bring. So, I know how I look now, and this is how I look. Just dieting and just working out. So I'm ready for prep. I'm ready to see how I'm going to look. So it's exciting, man. It's an exciting process in this sport. I mean, I've only been in this sport for 5 years now. I started. I was 180 pounds on stage. So I mean, it's just, man, it's sucking me in. The sport is sucking me in for sure. And I didn't think I was going to be this addicted to bodybuilding and fall in love with it so much. But man, I'm telling you, as the years go by, it's
yeah. You found your calling, as we say.
Yeah.
This
exactly.
This is what you were meant to do.
Yeah.
This is it. And you're doing.
Exactly.
You're doing. It's always cool. I like to see the veterans who've been out there doing it forever, but it's a lot more exciting to watch the guys coming up, because guys like you do improve every show, and that's exciting. You're never seeing the same Logan Franklin twice. Every time I see you,
and you won't.
It's a different version. That's pretty cool.
Thank you so much.
And that's going to continue for I'm sure at least a couple more years.
Longer than that.
I'm
telling you, I'm gonna keep improving. I'm gonna keep improving.
I bet you have all the size you need within 2 years, and then it's just going to be refinements, getting details, and this body part. It'll just be all perfecting the sculpture at that point. I think we'll see.
Yeah.
Probably have 3 kids by then. But anyway, Oh, man. I will let you go. You got to go hit some back, you said?
Back. Yes, sir.
Have a great workout. Appreciate you taking the time.
Awesome.
And,
Thank you so
that's
much,
it.
Ron.
Thanks, everybody, for watching Ronline Report with this guy, MHP athlete Logan Franklin, starting his prep for Dallas Europa. Thanks for watching.
Yes, sir. All right, guys. Peace.